Oh, right. Welcome back to another episode of the Mixed Grill podcast.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Yeah, I did do that. We're in the car. We are driving home from Manchester.
And I have really committed to wearing the Curry Club hoodie, even though it's still 7 million degrees.
Yeah.
It's the hottest start of May that's ever been on record, and there's me in a hoodie still.
Well, there you go. That is your choice, mate. That was your choice.
Mate, I mean, look, I also turned up on a podcast recently and pretty much had my gut hanging out. So
they did well to cover most things.
Yeah. Thank you, Andy and Luke from Gig. That must have taken some serious edit work.
I think just moved the camera a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, they could.
It is what it is. No, fair enough. So we wanted to use this time that we've got, probably about a couple of hours. This won't be a 2-hour podcast, don't worry, but we wanted to use this time to almost tell our stories a little bit, kind of show a bit of vulnerability and give people an insight into the people behind the Recruitment Curry Club and the reasons why we have gone out of our way to set this up and make this a thing. So
at great expense to ourselves.
At great expense to ourselves, yeah.
Great expense.
You don't realise how expensive curries are.
Every single time, and doesn't matter how much discount you try and get at most places, they still don't want to give you it.
No. Right, Bob.
Yes.
Tell us, why the Recruitment Curry Club? What brought this on?
Well, why not? No kidding.
Yeah. That's it then. Thank you for listening, guys.
Cheers. Thanks, everyone. I mean, this feels a little bit like carpool karaoke. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like it.
You mean recruiters in cars getting coffee?
Oh yeah,
by Dries de Costa.
Oh yeah, forgot.
We just need some camera shots.
Yeah, I'll call myself Bobby Starbuck. I mean, did he just change his name to just to sound like Costa?
I didn't think of that. Yeah, Bobby the Starbucks.
Bobby Starbucks.
I like that.
Bobby 200 degrees. No, so why did we create it? So we just wanted to create it because I don't think there's much out there in our marketplace to.
You say we. This was your idea.
Okay, well, I'll go on.
You're very humble with that, but this was your idea. We all acknowledge that, like, you are the how you say, founding father.
Hey, that organogram. Yeah. No, so I got a bit pissed off back in probably when was World Mental Health Month or some kind of bullshit kind of company washed day that people just put photos out, and I just got really pissed off and thought, well, why don't we create something, or why isn't there something that just allows people to be in some kind of environment and just talk? And so that's what I guess, you know, when I put that out there, it seemed to get a lot of traction on social media. Barry reached out to me straight away and go, can we just set this up? I mean, he was very quick to do that and got all the domains sorted.
I think Barry's dealing with some stuff, man. I think people don't realise it, but he's dealing with some stuff.
Like, Backdoor Barry's got all kinds of stuff.
But this is the thing, people see him as like this not aggressive, but like, you know, cocksure of himself, lawyer and that kind of thing. But like he probably goes around pissing off just as many people as he does fleas, right?
Yeah.
Because for every winner there's a loser.
Well, of course there is. So it must be a weird environment to be in, where you know that you are making someone's day not great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and that's the thing. So me and a few of my mates, we do this, and you know, it's kind of nice to just not have to think about anything else, like being a husband, being a father, being a you know, dentist, whatever that is. And it was just nice to be able to.
I mean, 2 of those 3 things you are not any of.
Correct. Yeah. Cheers. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm just impotent. But.
Anyway,
yeah, and that's what I'm dealing with, guys. But
it led to Curry Club.
I just thought, you know, it seemed like something that caught up in the zeitgeist of what everyone else wanted to do, but it was just I thought, you know, why don't we just create an environment where people don't feel like they're being sold to? People can just be themselves, and talk through whatever shit they're going through. And it was kind of nice to hear. Like, even tonight, you know, we were speaking to people in Manchester, and it was just nice to hear. And the weird part of it is that lots of people have a lot of the same challenges and a lot of the same issues, but lots of people are going it alone and don't realise what's out there.
What pissed you off about the mental health thing?
like, you know, mental health week doesn't piss me off. I think it's more a case of
No, yeah. Let me rephrase that.
No. Yeah, I'll happily talk through.
Yeah, kind of what was it that made you go, no, it's
like International Women's Day doesn't piss me off. Mental Health Day doesn't piss me off. World Cancer Day doesn't piss me off. It's how it gets used.
Yeah.
Or not used, and nothing positive comes from it.
The company wash it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, I always talk about this. Like, I hate International Women's Day because it just ends up being people putting posts up on LinkedIn about just who is female in their office.
Yeah, they've got all the women we have. Yeah.
And not about, you know, what is the valuable contribution that can be made? What can we do to change things for the better? And so why not just create something where we're going, well, let's just create something. So we wanted to create something that isn't expensive to join or be part of. All you have to do is just be yourself, and it doesn't really matter whether you are a recruitment consultant, because remember the first one we had Jack, who's a senior consultant and wanting to know how to get further on in what he was doing. You know, we've had TAs, you know, having those internal recruiters there. We've had your mate James, who's you know, who's a hiring manager, and so and obviously we have ended up with a lot of providers, and you know, kind of people in the recruitment ecosystem, and you know, it's just nice for people. I think a lot of people are having those conversations.
The supply chain side, though, I've noticed it's not the same old people.
No, it's
different people who you wouldn't normally see, and I think it's almost like they feel more comfortable being part of what we've built as well, because it isn't a traditional networking meeting.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously some of the feedback we've had is to try and make it a bit more networky, where people can move. But actually, I'm also there going, well, why don't you move? If you know, why do we have to force you to move? You could do it yourself. But people are quite happy to just sit in the places that they're at and chat to the people they're at, and that's fine. If that's you, cool, crack on. If you want to move around, that can also yeah, by all means. And it's almost like we wanted to create something that people can make the most of however they want to make the most of it. For some people, it's just getting out of the house, away from working from home, you know, family, kids, whatever it is, and just being themselves for a bit. For others, you know, or just like mentalists like us, we go all over the place, and we just want to meet people in our industry, because there's actually some amazing people in our industry. And obviously what we've done with people like Radical Recruit, where Emma will put something out in our group, and then the world of recruitment will all work together to make that happen. Like that's the stuff that gets me excited.
Our pod.
Yeah,
LinkedIn pod.
Well, yeah, it's a LinkedIn. Well, I guess it is a LinkedIn pod. I don't get
it. Shouldn't be. That's not good. Emma, stop doing it.
Yeah.
Right, but okay. So I'll ask it. I'll ask it in a different way.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I feel like you're not intentionally skirting the issue, but
no, go for it.
What made you set this up, though? Something happened, did it? That made you go, this is needed.
Yeah, like, well,
because we know how good it is, we know it works, but what was it that made you initially go, not only is this needed, but also I need to do this?
Yeah, well, it's something that I do myself anyway. So like I say, I've got a group of mates, and we all have, and everyone has this thin veneer of bravado in whatever we're doing. And what I wanted to do is just strip that back and go, look, I'm quite open, hopefully, that people will see that whenever they see me and go, yeah, Bobby will tell you if shit's happened to him. If he's good, fine. If he's bad, he'll tell you, but he'll also, you know, ask for help or whatever that looks like.
I'm with you.
And, you know, essentially, I just want that for our industry, because I think there's a load of people, and I remember seeing a couple of LinkedIn posts about people who had died by suicide in our industry, and I was like, you know, I'm not pretending to be, you know, to change mental health in our industry. I'm really there's people that can do that, but just wanted to make sure that, you know, we're doing our bit to just chat to people in our industry. And I think the art of conversation has gone away a little bit, and as a recruitment trainer, I see that all the time. And so being able to connect with people and being able to just, you know, have proper relationships with people again, like, that's what I really wanted.
I hear that. No, that's cute. It's cute.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you know, and obviously, you know, why I wanted to do it, and in all honesty, I just wanted to go out and meet people. I mean, yeah, obviously it's, you know, I know it's raised our profile, and people kind of view us as, you know, people really wanted to make that positive change, and my real, you know, I know I said it on Luke's thing, but I want to make recruitment a better place than when I found it.
Yeah.
You know, there's lots of people in our industry that are there to rinse it for all it's worth. But I'm really grateful for our industry.
This is the problem, isn't it? It's always, the industry has always been seen as this cash cow, and people have sat there and been happy to milk it dry.
Yeah.
And I think what that's done is created this toxic environment within the sector where there is no respect for recruiters, there's no respect for what they do, there's no respect for the hard work and graft and determination it takes to make it work. And people are almost kind of like sick to the back teeth for it, really.
Absolutely. It's
So-
you know, in our worlds, we're being pinched for money from every single available orifice. And it's like, how can we stop trying to do that and give people opportunities to do things that they wouldn't normally get to do, but for way cheaper?
Yeah.
I mean, I want to put it on you now. So you were one of the first people that said, yeah, I'll turn up to one of these.
Yeah.
What made you go, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna sit in a pub with random people who I've never met before, and yeah, I wanna kind of, you know, break bread with these people.
It's a good question. I think the obvious answer is obviously, look, I'm a social butterfly. It was happening in Birmingham, which is down the road from me. Yeah, cool, I'll be there. I like you, you know, anything you're involved in, yeah,
Stop me.
you invite me, I'll be there, right? But if you were to really kind of ask me the reasons, well, look, I started, grew, scaled, and ultimately failed a recruitment business. And following that, I'm in an incredibly fortunate position in that I get to do this as a job, right? And I get to sit next to some incredibly intelligent people and learn from them and understand things that I could have done differently when I ran my agency, which would have resulted in me not letting really good people go and not being able to, you know, having to let people down in my eyes, right? So,
Shit. My bad.
are we going here, Wolf?
Yep. There we go. We're in.
Yeah, Birmingham, that'll be us.
Yeah, that'll be us.
And for me, it was like, I see Rec Talk as my calling, in that this is my way of helping people not make the mistakes that I did and not do the fuck ups that I did along the way, and actually kind of make a success of what they've set out to do. So when you run this by me, I was sort of like, actually, this is just a better way of doing exactly that, which is, you know, let's make a difference, help some people out. And so I went along to the first one, and it was harsh. We got chatting, started talking to him, gave him some advice, introduced him to one of the clients that I had been working with that he was trying to get in with at the time. And ultimately, he's made a bit of money out of them, and things started moving forward.
Oh, mega! I didn't know
And
that.
so, yeah, so it was sort of like, oh, okay, there's something here. Do you know what I mean? And then when you asked me to get on board and be a bit more formally involved, I was like, yeah, but I got to do this, man. This is me. I know you guys joked about it on the Gig Hire podcast, but I'm incredibly busy, man. I'm involved in a lot of weird and
You
wonderful
really
shit.
are. It's amazing. Yeah, like they said, like it's amazing that you have time to do anything. Plus, obviously, you know, the wife and kids as well.
Yeah. But the thing is, it doesn't feel like work to me.
Yeah.
What I've done intentionally is sort of curate this life that is not work. This is my calling. This is what I'm here to do, right? And so this sat perfectly in my wheelhouse. I get to help people out. I get to share the cool shit that I've learned. It's not wisdom, it's not knowledge, because I don't know fuck all. I'm not an intelligent person. I get to sit with intelligent people, listen to their stuff, and then go and amplify what they do, what they're saying, to people who it's going to make a difference to.
But people say that, but that's also a form of intelligence, is that just because you're hearing great people say these things, but it's what you choose to interpret and how you then make that work for you. Like, everyone's got great advice, but it takes a special type of person to make that work into something.
Yeah. Maybe. But yeah, that for me was why I had to get involved. Like I'd have been in, and I get very jealous when I miss out on things, right? I get FOMO real bad. And, you know, for me it was like, I got to be involved. And hey, if it doesn't quite work out and I can't quite give like my all to it, then fine, cool. I'll by all means bow down and step out, right? But no, I've enjoyed it. I enjoy meeting all the different people. I benefit from both sides, right? Suppliers come along, hey, they are potential clients of me.
Yeah.
Recruiters come along. Every recruiter that comes along is a new listener, is a new subscriber.
Yeah, that's it. And mate, that's fair play. And I think, you know, what I've noticed, and certainly from a business point of view, what I've generally tended to notice is people will buy from who they know, like, and trust, right? And if we can create an environment where people actually get to know each other and actually get to, potentially like each other, and if off the back of that they then trust each other to the point where they want to work with each other, they're great. Because that's how, we all want to collaborate. And I think if, I'm a big believer of collaboration is how we win in business.
Yeah.
Which probably makes me a bad businessman compared to lots of other people, and I don't give a shit.
Of course, yeah. Listen, I'd rather be that than somebody who's just chasing the bottom line and the revenue all the time and making mistakes along the way, right?
Yeah, that's it.
I think, look, yeah, I've said this on my podcast a number of times. I think the whole people buy from people thing, right? It's deeper than that. It's people buy from people they like, or people buy from people like them.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a relatability thing or a likability thing.
Yeah, I totally get that.
And things like the Recruitment Curry Club allow people to show who they really are, their side of kind of what they're about, right? And then sort of the psychology that goes further and beyond that is that any good sales meeting, if you think about any good sales meeting you've ever had, really 90% of it is just shit chat.
Yeah,
it's
mostly
just chewing the fat, talking this, that, and the other, and 10% at the end is the sales bit. And what we've done with Recruitment Curry Club is go, let's take that 10%, fuck it off.
Yeah, you could add that offline if you want
that's
to.
it. Do the 90% shit chat, because by the end of this, you're going to decide whether you like this person or are like this person. And if that relatability and that familiarity is there, you'll do business with them when the time's right.
Fair play.
As opposed to, I'm here to sell something, you're here to sell something, he's here to sell something, she's here to sell something. We're all here to sell shit, but none of us buy it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm hoping that over time, or certainly over the time that I've spent on things like LinkedIn and in our industry, people know what I'm generally about. So if you want to buy training or whatever, you'll have already formed an opinion of whether that's going to happen or not. It's more a case of going, right, who's the person behind it?
That's it.
And if everyone could, and if everyone's open to be able to say, hey, this is me as a person, like, you've had your challenges, I've had mine. We've all got shit on our plate, and I think being able to talk about the stuff that we've got going on can really, really help. I mean, I noticed how our relationship got a lot stronger when I came to you and I said, look, I think I'm struggling. I don't know where this is going, and I don't know what to do. And when you just assured me and said, look, actually, I've been in that position, and in all honesty, if you think something's going to fuck up and if it's going to fail, you've actually got loads of options. And I think loads of business owners don't really know how much stuff they've actually got access to. And I've just noticed that by being in this ecosystem for the last 6 months, there's so many amazing people doing amazing things. It's worth reaching out to a lot of them. It's just trying to get to understand what's in their head, because what's in their head can actually really help you.
But the uphill battle that we have had, and we will always have, is that because there are so many different forms of networking events out there, right? Where people are like, it's just a disguise of selling things, right? Or there's a talk happening and that person's basically just got to plug their shit for an hour. We've got to listen to that, and then we get a free curry at the end, sort of thing. Like that's the challenge that we are and will always face, I think, is dispelling the myth of like, well, what's the agenda here, guys?
Yeah.
There is no agenda. There is no agenda.
What's the angle?
Yeah, I don't know what you need help with.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm the right person to help you. We're going to have a few beers, we're going to have a curry, we're going to have a chat.
I'll be able to tell you if there's something that
and at the end of it, I'm either going to introduce you to somebody that I think can help you, or I'm going to give you some advice or some little pearl of wisdom, and you're going to do the same for me. You know?
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm every club that I've attended so far, I've walked away going, oh, I like that. That's interesting. Because that's just how I kind of
it's like, there's so many different
things,
perspectives in our industry, and it's nice to listen to these people, and they've all got a great story to say, and it's just nice to do that. So I guess I'll turn the tables on you, and you can ask me this same question for one. But over these last 6 months, what do you think has worked well, and what do you think could have gone differently?
Good question. Well, what's obviously worked well is that we've landed on something that there is a clear need for.
Yeah.
However, what I picked up on from today was we haven't made it clear enough to people that the £20 that they pay to attend goes to charity.
Right. Okay.
So all the guys that I was chatting to, and we were having a few beers and all the rest of it, they were under the assumption that £20 was the ticket price to be there, for the privilege of being there. And I was like,
so people pay 20 quid just because they could to be there. That's
that's
amazing.
This exclusivity piece or whatever.
Yeah.
Or also because, well, how many other networking events are there where you
just pay 20
you just turn up?
Yeah.
Right? And it's a free networking event. It's not, right? Everyone pays something, right? Everything's got a price. That's the thing I think we need to really kind of push more, is how much we are trying to do for charity and why those charities and those partners have been selected. Because I think that's something that maybe gets lost when you're when we're trying to promote these events and get people to attend, but actually we're so focused on getting people to turn up and enjoy themselves and get something out of it for themselves. That we're kind of maybe diluting that message.
No, I think I totally agree with you. Maybe part of that is that the branding that we do replicates that. So we've got two really good charitable partners. We've got Radical Recruit, which Emma Fryvogel, we've already mentioned, but the fact that it's a recruitment based charity and we can actually help people instantly, but that's what that and I tell you what, their guerrilla marketing campaign with all their people to vote on our poll, geez, you could tell they were interested. And then like obviously choosing a mental health group like Calm, I still don't really know what we need to do with them, so I need to check that out. I'll run with that.
But this is it. Look, I think people need to understand that this is all fucking new to us as well. We're
just
not
something together.
we're not a bunch of experienced events runners. We're not like Simon and Grant from Rec Connect. We this isn't what we do for a living. This is something that we decided that we should do. Rather than something that we were like, we can do this and let's fucking just go and do it. So we're learning along the way, right? So go on then. What do you think we do really well? What do you think that we should do differently?
I think what we do really, really well is that we've actually created a bunch of events out of nothing. We've been able to, people have kind of bought in, and without us really saying very much, people say they want to be part of it, and it's getting weird requests from far-flung places or places that I'd never thought of. Like I never realized that Reading had such a big recruitment community. Right, I actually had no idea. Obviously, I've noticed little different problems in different areas. Like, obviously we've had such an interesting, diverse group in like Birmingham, London. Obviously, Manchester's a bit of a not a blip, but it's been nice to, it was kind of nice to have a load of guys there, but it's always nice to have lots of different people in different walks of life and whatever that looks like.
So this is where the collaboration thing will come in, though, because totally. I think as this kind of continues to grow, and obviously we're in conversations with a range of different groups and stuff, I think once that is done, we will kind of naturally, organically, there will be a supplier curry club and a business owner curry club. What I mean? I that's where I see this. It will kind of almost naturally kind of divert off to, because look, we have had people attend that are like, can we get an attendees list? And we're like, fuck off, no, that's not happening. And we've had some suppliers, not loads, but some, be like, there's no recruitment business owners there, and you're like, okay, but that's not what you're here for. Because if that's what the issue is, or if that's a problem for you, you're not here for the right reasons.
And
what you're here for is to try and find vulnerable people to sell to. In which case, fuck off. Right? Go to the Pirates. There's plenty of vulnerable people to sell to in there. I can see it.
I totally get that.
I'm not scared of it.
I totally get that, and I think and I guess the part that I haven't answered yet is, what could you be doing better?
Go on.
And I think there's a couple of things. One is making sure we know we again, I think it's a messaging thing. We know who it's for. I think people worry or might not want to attend because they're not really sure whether it's for them, and I don't think we've shown enough to say actually it's for absolutely everyone. And actually having James, your mate James there, opened my eyes to go, well, actually why aren't we having these conversations between business, kind of actual, but not actual, but non-recruitment business.
Proper business owners.
Yeah, proper business.
Not recruitment business owners.
I've just got myself cancelled. But yeah, but a person who's running an IT business and getting them to share their views, their stories, or
But this is the bit there, right? This is as the advocacy grows and as the ambassadorship grows and all that sort of stuff. We would encourage recruitment business owners to bring a client along.
Yeah,
bring a client along. Let people hear it from the client's mouth themselves. What do you like? What do you don't like? What works well for you? What doesn't work well for you?
Do you like having a tame client available?
Yeah. Remember, no sales churn. Versus sales pitching.
Just you pitch, you pay, man.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
By the way, ChatGPT came up with that line when I wrote the voice.
Pitch, you pay.
You pitch, you pay, and I've stayed with it ever since. I couldn't disagree with it. But yeah, no, I think those are the key things. Obviously, future-wise, there's the problem is, and it's a bit like any startup, isn't it? And you're feeling this anyway. You don't know where anything's going to go.
No,
no one has a clue where their business could go.
But do you know where I think the problem? Do you know where what I've noticed from experiences is now, right? We all have these best laid plans.
Yeah.
And we try and no, we need to take this thing this way, or we need to do this that way. And I've kind of said to you and the rest of the Curry Cartel from day one is let's just see where it goes, man.
Yeah.
Like that's my take on business right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I struggled with that because you always because I felt like I didn't have control of my business at one point.
Yeah.
Obviously for well documented reasons we know why. But it's one of those things that you go, well, how do I control this thing? But actually, sometimes you just don't. And I've had to learn that from you, and from people like Barry and like me and James have probably been a bit more like, oh shit, how do we make that work?
Yeah. But the thing is, I've learned the hard way. Things are always just working themselves out. You just got to let the universe do its thing.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
And
the people will tell you what this needs to be. We could sit there and be like, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and all the rest of it. Listen, like the focus group that we ran. What are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? When we're talking about it back and forth, then we're going to I want to just ask people.
Yeah. Well, and I think we've done that quite a lot. I think we've always tried to ask people on the way and get their viewpoint because, look, it's not just about us. Yes, the 5 of us and the ambassadors and stuff. Yeah, we're there to help run it, but in real terms, it's actually for people. No, it's for the people that want to turn up and actually are willing. I'm looking at people that have turned up on multiple events and going, right, I definitely want your viewpoint.
Yeah,
talk me through.
Yeah.
Why'd you keep coming back? Like even I don't know why. So let me know.
Yeah, that's it. Closing thoughts, mate.
Yeah, closing thoughts. I mean, in all honesty, it's just been giving you this whole process. This whole last 6 months has given my head a wobble. It's been interesting to see just what amazing people we have and what when you give them an opportunity to talk and get them to talk without trying to sell a product or a thing or a candidate or whatever it is, getting to know the real people is just so much better. And I've actually noticed that people are making better connections now just because of it, and I want to see more of it. And just how do we go about doing it? That's my closing thought. But how about you, man?
Closing thought. This too shall pass.
In what way?
Both ways. Things are good right now.
Yeah, totally.
This will pass. Things are going to be shit at some point. Things are shit right now. This too shall pass.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, that is. I loved that when I first heard that. So that's absolutely correct.
What was that? What film was it from?
It was a roundtable podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like things that you wish you thought or wish that you knew or you could tell yourself. This too shall pass. Things are tough right now. Of course they are. Look, in November when we sort of set this up and we did our first event, our businesses were in a very different place.
Yeah, true.
And I said to you then, look, this will pass. Right? And there you are, here we are 6 months later. But don't get comfortable, bro.
No one gets comfortable.
It gets hot in that kitchen.
Well, we don't have to cook, luckily. Is that the next thing for us?
That's it. Oh, maybe. Yes. Puna makes a good curry, she says.
Yeah,
She says.
if this butter chicken isn't good enough,
Fucking better.
I'm sending it back. Punham, we're calling you out.
Yeah. Too right. No, that was good. I appreciate this. Listen to us again sometimes if you just want to hear the rumblings of two Indians post curry.
So yeah, 2 Indians talking about curry, brilliant. Yeah, that's definitely the world.
Post curry ramblings. I thought this episode's gonna be short.
Right, curry after dark.
Ciao.
Bye.